Joe Burrow is back. Well, sort of. The latest on number 9, his recovery from a serious wrist injury, including surgery in November. And, well, the Bengals have a decent amount of cap space left. What will they use it on? That's next, right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of SI and the Locked On Bengals podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and check out Tuesday night's show. Me and Andrew Fox Miller, well, we were on Enter the Jungle, grading the Bengals free agent moves, and Andrew is an easy grader. I think you're going to enjoy that show. If you missed it, it also airs weekly on Bally Sports. But let's get to the news that I tweeted out on SI.com, put out on SI.com on Wednesday morning. And multiple sources tell me that Joe Burrow has started throwing, which is a great sign. Now, I assume that this is, and in fact, I know that it is not a full throwing session. He's not throwing 60-yard bombs. This isn't the Burrow that you saw throwing making huge, deep downfield throws like he did against Arizona or like he did against the Texans. But he is throwing, which is a big step for Burrow as he continues to recover from wrist surgery that he underwent in November. And if you check out Black Sheep Performance, where Burrow has trained since entering the league, he's gripping weights, gripping dumbbells, doing explosive training, sprints, hops, leaps, all of these things. And it's a great sign because obviously he's ramping things up. He had to heal a bit more as far as the wrist is concerned, but ramping up his offseason training. And that's good. I think one thing that Burrow probably tweaked this offseason is he didn't get right back to it right away. And I know he loves working out, and he was working out still, but his full workouts weren't something he could do early on. And so now he can get back to it, and that lets his body heal. That lets his mind heal. That lets everything get back to where it needs to be. And so I think that he will ramp up the intensity throwing wise, ramp up the number of throws he makes, all of those things as he moves forward. But from a grip standpoint, from a strength standpoint, everything checking each box as they go. Everything that Zach Taylor said earlier this week, everything that Joe said when he talked with ESPN's Ben Baby around a month ago, he's on track. And it is really great news, obvious great news. Anytime you look at this Bengals outlook and the 2024 Bengals, it goes back to, all right, well, is Burrow going to be healthy? What Burrow are you getting? Will he make a full recovery? And while he's nowhere near 100% right now, and he's not, he is making progress. He has thrown a football. That I can confirm. And so hopefully that continues. Hopefully there are no snags, no hangups. And the beauty of this is it's still just March 27th. And that is awesome because you're talking about late March, and he's hoping to participate in the offseason program in the middle of May. That was his goal. I think that's Zach Taylor's goal. That's the Bengals' expectation / hope. And I think he's on track to do just that. So great news. We don't have video of it. Who knows? Maybe video will emerge soon, but Joe Burrow, and it shouldn't be really a shock. If you saw him gripping those weights, if you can grip a weight, a heavy, 40-pound weight, throwing a football, even if it's not super intense, it is something that you would expect. So I do think that he's progressing exactly like the Bengals had hoped, and we'll see when that video emerges. I'm certainly excited to see it. But yeah, multiple sources indicate that things are going really, really well for Joe Burrow. A lot of you have questions about the Bengals cap space, where they go from here, what they use it on. And I'll discuss some external free agents that they could target, at least positions. But I also think it's important to look internally because they still have roughly $14 million of cap space, give or take, that they could use. And we'll discuss what they will potentially use it on coming up next. But first, a word from our friends at LASIK Plus. This video is brought to you by LASIK Plus. I've been a contacts and glasses wearer since the 2nd grade, and that changed in November when I went to LASIK Plus, and they got me seeing as clear as I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's all thanks to Dr. Vincent Marino, who happens to be a giant Bengals fan. He has performed over 135,000 procedures. And when I think of my LASIK Plus experience, I think of efficient, honestly, pain-free, easy. And the best part is when I travel for Bengals games, when I'm waking up early, staying up late, I don't have dry eyes. I don't have to worry about contact solution. I don't have to worry about having backup glasses on the road. And it's all thanks to LASIK Plus. You, right now, if you've thought about it, and if you've worn glasses like I did or contacts like I did for years and years and years, now's the time to get to LASIK Plus. Go to LASIKplus.com/James-Rapien for not only a free consultation to see if they can help you like they've helped me, but you can get $1,100 off your procedure right now. Again, that's LASIKplus.com/James-Rapien right now. You won't regret it. Get your free consultation today. Really good stuff there. Hopefully you try LASIK. It's been a game changer for me. And speaking of game changers, part of the reason why the Bengals aren't going to use every last dollar of cap space, and I do think that they could add a corner, add a defensive tackle before the draft. Those are the two spots that I would hone in on. As far as external free agents, I did a video on that. Make sure you check that out if you haven't yet. But to me, you got to save some money for a Jamar Chase extension, at least in their heads. Is all right, if we get a Jamar extension done, let's give him more money this year to soften the blow cap hit wise down the line. I could certainly see that. Evan McPherson will add a little bit of money if they did sign him to an extension, but Jamar is the one where you want to save enough to where you can give him a nice signing bonus. You can give him some money now. One, that's incentive for him to sign now. And by now, I mean this offseason versus waiting, and the receiver market's going to go up, 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 up for a guy like Jamar Chase, assuming he continues to dominate, right? But if you can get more upfront money now, that'll help potentially facilitate a deal. So I think that's the big reason why the Bengals want to keep some cap space in the hopper. It's not for a T. Higgins extension. T's cap hit wouldn't be more than the franchise tag. It's not for insert whatever player you're thinking of. I really do. I think it's Jamar Chase, and signing him to an extension, it would make a lot of sense this offseason. It's also going to cost a lot of money. So I think the Bengals, their hope, their goal is to sign Jamar Chase to a long-term extension. And so you want some extra money there. And I know if you look at some of these sites, it's like $20 million, but you have a rookie class coming in. You're going to save a little money for practice squad call-ups and other things like that come into the cap. And I'm not going to get into all the little minutia, but still they have double-digit dollars in cap space. Still think you could see a corner. Still think you could see a defensive tackle. And then obviously they will keep some of that to hopefully throw at Jamar Chase and get him locked up long-term. We know how valuable he is. I think he's certainly a priority. He's someone that they want to sign this offseason. And to do so, well, it's going to cost a lot because the receiver market is going up, up, up. And we'll see if they can get it done. We'll obviously have you covered right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So please hit that subscribe button. Join the 43,000 plus as we continue to monitor Joe Burrow. We're getting set to dive into all things NFL draft, so get ready for that. Plenty of trench talk coming your way, plenty of weapons in this draft, plenty of draft strategy with the Bengals having 10 picks. And like I said, if you missed our free agent grades, check out Enter the Jungle right here every Tuesday night, 8 Eastern on Cincinnati Bengals Talking Weekly on Bally Sports. For Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and as always, thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.